What's up, you guys? Today I'm going to be showing you some decorating tips that I've discovered throughout my time playing Enshrouded so far. I've been spending a lot of my time building up my Shire base, and I've made some progress and I've discovered some cool little tips along the way. I'll be showing you how to build cobblestone paths, flower beds for your windowsills, and more. Alrighty, so up first is this little cobblestone path, which I think adds the perfect touch to my garden area. The first thing I did was get my rake out to level the area a bit more so it read like a pathway on its own before getting started. Then you're going to want to bring out your construction hammer and equip some rough stone block and this single wall block material. You can hit Alt on your keyboard to access all of the shapes, and you'll find the single wall block on the first row. Now this is where the tip comes in. You're going to want to use the right mouse button to remove some terrain and then build the stone block back on top of it. As you can see, it's adding the stone block basically in the level of the terrain, building a path within the grass. Of course, some of these rocks are going to stick out more than others, so it's going to take some experimentation to find the exact placement that you want. But also, of course, there's the rake tool to try to level out some ground on top of the stones once more. So once I was happy with my pathway, I got out my rake tool to level some of the areas on top of the stone. Again, this is going to take some experimentation because you're going to have to be careful not to rake away some of the material that's kind of keeping your stone hidden in the grass. I think the cobblestone paths are a great alternative if you don't have any existing roads nearby to rake onto your base. Plus, they have some great cottagecore vibes, especially suited for my Shire. Okay, next up are these little firefly lamps, which I think add the coziest glow to foliage at night. As you can see when you walk away from the placement, it just illuminates the area really nicely. It makes it feel like the fireflies are flying in your garden, which I think really completes the look of having a garden at night. Speaking of making your base glow at night, one of my favorite choices I've made is placing my fire altar on the top of my hobbit house, which I think really creates the feeling of having a chimney, and it just glows so nicely, creating a focal point from the exterior. While it might seem annoying to have your fire altar on the top of your base, I actually made a little solution to that for myself by building a little skylight right in front of it. So if I drop down into it, I'll be in the center of my base, and while it's not like the smoothest drop, it does the job for me. Lastly, one of my favorite discoveries so far is building a flower bed windowsill. I'm going to start off by building an extended window because I figured I might as well throw that tip into here too. So I'm going to start off by building an extended window because I figured I might as well throw that tip into here too. You're going to want to start by removing single wall block pieces from the sides of the existing window and above it. So this is what you're going to be left with. Then simply place some window frames into your structure. Once you're done with your window, you're going to want to get out your single wall block tool and build in front of the window pane. You're going to want to continue to do this block by block until you get 2 rows of single block pieces just like this. This is going to serve as the base of our flower bed once we complete it. Next, you're going to want to go into your terrain building menu and select the 4M box piece. You're going to want to place this piece directly on top of the stone piece that we built before. Then you're going to want to take the plant of your choice and plant it in front of the window like this. If you try to squeeze in too many plants, you'll get an error saying not enough free space, so I've only been able to fit 3 plants at a time in front of this windowsill. Alrighty, now it's time for our final step. We're going to bring back out our box 4M piece of terrain tool and place it directly in front of our flower bed, and then simply right click to remove the existing material. There are no other steps and the flowers will grow on their own, but if you decide to pick them, you're going to have to redo all of these steps to plant new ones. If you don't already know, you can grow your own plants at a seed bed by crafting one from Emily the farmer. It's a pretty simple recipe and definitely necessary to landscape your base. That does it for today's video. I hope you found something helpful here. Let me know in the comments below what you think and if there's any other tips and tricks you'd like me to add. And of course, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more.